Would you fancy a cameo?
Well, I feel like, I look pretty cool in the peaky kind of clothes,
Yeah.
so maybe I could just be some drunk whore in the background.
How's it going, Anna?
Very good, thanks, yeah.
Anna just did a really incredible set on the main stage. Sun came out, sun was always out. But you brought out Jehnny, Beth off of Savages and Richard Hawley.
Yeah.
Sweet. What's your working relationship with those guys like?
I've known Jehnny, Beth for a while. I think we met maybe in 2015. And we hung out in LA when I was mixing my record because she was out there. And I'm a big fan of what she does. And Richard Hawley I'd never met before, but I was obviously very aware of his music and, again, a big fan of his. So it's a bit of a dream to have both of them on stage with me.
All very peaky artists. I mean, we interviewed Cillian Murphy earlier this year, and he described a peaky artist as an outsider or an outlaw who's always existed outside of the tyranny of the mainstream. Do you feel that's a fair assessment?
Yes, I do. Yeah. I mean, I think that's what's great about, both the artists, Richard and Jehnny as well. And I think maybe artists like that, they kind of find each other somehow. And they...
In prison.
Possibly.
And how did you rise to the challenge of becoming peaky and kind of... Because a lot of your score for this series is kind of embodying Tommy's mindset. Was that a challenge for you?
It wasn't difficult, it was just a lot of fun, I have to say. It was just really incredible to just really, for it not to be about me and to really try and get into another character. And I really felt like when I was doing it, I almost believed that I was him. I kind of really got into the mindset of being Tommy Shelby.
Wow. What were you like around the house while you were
Moody,
Tommy?
very moody.
What's great about your music is your music kind of explores both the masculine and the feminine. And Tommy has a lot of feminine ghosts in his mind as well. So were you just kind of, was it a jumping off point from Hunter to kind of go down that path on here as well?
I guess the idea of, evoking something genderless is something that I definitely explored in my record Hunter. And I feel that there's something about Tommy that's not just, his wife or, Lizzie, that these are the people that make him have a feminine mind. I think there's something intrinsically kind of weirdly genderless about him as a character. Maybe it's something about the way that there's so much of what he does is like kind of not, it's not about him saying things, it's like you feel him thinking just by his stare. And he's always quite quiet, really, even though he does these very violent things.
Yeah.
There's a kind of almost kind of strange peacefulness inside him. In the way he talks to people. Obviously his mind is far from peaceful.
So while you were writing this, were you writing it with the scenes playing out in front of you?
Yeah, that's how I did it.
That's quite cool because, like, as you said, Tommy can say something with just a glare, whereas you can say something as well, which is like the gaps in your music, the silence and the breaths as well.
What was interesting is how most of the time, the less you put in, the better it is. And the idea of working with silence is kind of a really interesting thing. And also, I guess when the acting's so good, it's like it doesn't really need that much. You're underscoring, something else. You're almost like a shadow to the character.
And Anthony Byrne's been signed on for the next season as well. Do you think you'll come back again, or?
I would love to, yeah.
Would you fancy a cameo?
Well, I feel like, I look pretty cool in the peaky kind of clothes, so maybe I could just be some drunk whore in the background.
Would you want speaking lines, or would you just want to be like...
I think I just want to glare in the back, yeah.
And what does the rest of 2019 have in store for you?
I'm going to be working on some collaborations, which would be really exciting, and I've got a couple of US dates coming up as well.
Do you think it'll be a while before we await album 4?
No, I think it will be reasonably soon. I mean, I've already started working on it, so it's not going to be another 5 years.
And have you taken anything away from the Peaky experience that you think will feed into the next record?
I have, in that, I mean, a lot of the work I did for Peaky was just playing around with the guitar, just trying to get interesting sounds and soundscapes, and that's really kind of whet my appetite to do more of that.
And what are your predictions or hopes for season 6 of Peaky Blinders?
I just want to see how dark it can get. That's what I want to see.
How can it get any darker?
Well, just like, you know, push Tommy to the edge and then even further. I just think it's thrilling the way that he, Cillian as an actor, is able to, you know, you're really rooting for him even when he's being terrible.
Yeah.
And that's such an amazing thing to be able to pull off as an actor, I think.
Yeah. So even having lived in Tommy's mind, you want to just punish him some more?
Oh, yes.
Amazing. Well, on that bright note, Anna, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Cheers. Great.